Hey guys, so we were at the Oakville Chamber of Commerce's event this morning. They partnered with RBC to provide us with an outlook on the economy for 2020. And it's not only for Oakville, it's all of Canada as well. And they had some really interesting guests on their panel, people who were experiencing international politics and polling and the economy. And some really positive news to take away from that. We've seen some real positive growth trends that Jonathan's going to elaborate on.
Yeah, so we heard from the world's foremost speakers on current affairs and the economy. We heard from Robert Hogue, who's a senior economist with RBC. We heard from John Bear, Honorable John Bear, former cabinet minister of Stephen Harper's government. So Robert Hogue kicked off the discussion talking about the more positive things to look for in the economy in the year ahead. Mainly that the trade dispute between the US and China has effectively been resolved. They're in phase one of an agreement, an accord. So hopefully that will ease global economic uncertainty. He did talk about the Canadian economy growing at 1.5 to 2% GDP growth, which is the new normal. And also for Ontario, we're going to see 1.7% GDP growth as well as 1.8% population growth.
Some really good news.
Absolutely, because of course if you're thinking of selling, now would be the time. We're going to see a tremendous influx of newcomers to the province, and they're all going to be looking for homes. So we need more in terms of supply. So yeah, definitely a good year to sell.
I think a fifth of all buyers last year were actually newcomers to the country.
Exactly.
So they make up a huge chunk of our marketplace right now.
Exactly, and with wage growth and also job growth as well, it's all fueling the economy, the growth in the economy and the housing market. So definitely some positive news. And Sean Simpson with Ipsos also said that Canadian sentiment has improved. People are more bullish about their prospects. The third most important issue for Canadians, interestingly enough, is housing. And then the first and second are healthcare and climate change, respectively. Also, we heard from Honorable John Baird, who obviously gave a very interesting speech. He was able to talk about some of the geopolitical affairs going on right now, especially the U.S. Dispute with Iran. Tensions escalated recently, and he said that can ultimately affect the economy back home. But he did have some positive things to say, especially with regards to the new NAFTA agreement between the US, Canada, and Mexico. He essentially said that the deal was the best possible outcome. Especially when Canada's negotiating a trade deal with the US. They're a big country, so we came out of it relatively unscathed, based on his opinion.
So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, we're going to actually have a more detailed blog post coming up later today that's going to have some more statistics and kind of hard numbers and facts on what was discussed this morning. So feel free to look out for that. There's going to be a link in our bio. And again, any questions about where we see the future of the market going this year, we've got a previous video on that. And you can also shoot us a DM or an email through our website, williamsfamilyrealestate.com, for any pertinent questions. Thanks so much, guys, and stay tuned for next week.